Tycoon on the beat.
Hi, everybody. I am Kimberly, the Support Sister Sunday, and we got my queen, Krista. Blessings,
Can
beautiful.
you hear me?
Yes. Blessings.
You can hear me. You can hear
I can
me.
hear you and see you. So today I want to talk so much about today. Today is such an empowering day. If you don't feel the shift, then you got better get somewhere because I'm telling you, there's so much positivity in this world. You feel me? There's a little delay.
Absolutely.
So what do you feel? What do you feel when you hear the word mirroring self? What do you feel? Krista, when you hear the word mirroring self, what do you feel? Krista. Mm. Anyway, so with mirroring self, I see that it is a reflection of self and who do you see you? How do you see you? What do you see for you? What do you see your life being? How do you see others see you?
Breaking up.
There's a big there's a big delay and I can't hear you, sweetheart. So that's what it's about today. Today is about how you see yourself and how others see you. And really, it doesn't matter what others think of you. It does matter though how, you're seen. My simpatico.
Hey guys, I had to change a shitty diaper. My bad.
It's all right. Today's about mirroring self. And listen, Krista was on for a second. I don't know. She's somewhere where she got good signal, so hopefully she can. She can't answer my question though, so hopefully she'll be able to clip in.
Let's just hope that Crystal will
I
get some.
love I love me some Crystal. Anyway, so when you hear the word mirroring self, what do you think?
Um, mirroring self. Mirroring self. I guess being your best self, being the image that you want to be. So whatever you think that you are, be that, and not just what everybody else perceives you to be, or I guess what you potentially can be. You can mirror your thoughts of yourself. So be who you're supposed to be, basically.
True authentic self. Yes, I agree. And that's what I was telling Crystal. I was letting her know, about mirroring self is about the image that not only do you see yourself in, but others see you in. And it doesn't matter what people think of you, but you really gotta be conscious of what, how you represent yourself in the light of others too. I mean,
Absolutely.
it's not like because you don't want their gratification or their acceptance. It's just the fact of if you are in a professional setting or if you're doing something for yourself, you want to be looked at as that and you want to be judged as that sort. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. There's a certain stature, a certain uh there's a certain, what is the word?
Image.
Yeah, I guess you could say that. I had a better word for it, but I can't think of it right now. It's on the tip of my tongue and I can't think of it. Like you just want to keep up what you, like you said, your image though, for lack
Yeah.
of better words, since I can't get it out.
It's like a self-image. Yeah, I don't know what it is either. I'm sure you'll come up with it. It's just that today, I don't know. Like I feel so empowered this year. This year has been such an empowering year for me.
It's definitely been a super empowering year. I was just talking to somebody that I'm close to, and we were just saying like usually the month of January kicks ass, like be beating ass real bad.
Yeah.
But for some reason this year has went by fast and it hasn't been bad. It's been, I'll say, pretty neutral, and I'm very, very grateful for it instead of it being like on a negative note.
Yeah. So, I'm moving forward with getting a building to start doing my massages out of Pontiac. So I'm excited for that for myself.
Yay!
I know.
Yay!
I know. So you guys can be a lot closer to come and make appointments. But yeah,
Girl, you
so
already know. First,
I
first, first day you here. As soon as you open up, we in that thing.
already know. But like so I'm ready. I'm ready to take my life over again and own it. I'm ready to have control over my life that I created instead of living in the shoes of what I could do or what I should have done. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely, you living in your purpose. You going forward within your
Facts.
purpose.
Facts. And I'll have a stable building that I'll be able to do all my podcasts with every now and then. If I have an impersonal podcast, people can join. You know what I'm saying? And
Hmm.
it's gonna be so gratificating for self to
Hmm.
finally take care of self and put self first. And it's hard for us women because we always put others before us.
I mean, we really don't have much of a choice but to. Everything around us really is what makes our worlds go round. Most of us.
Yeah. No, for sure. We have our purpose, then we have our legacy, and then we have all this other stuff. And we have to put ourselves aside for that. I keep saying add her, but it doesn't say I can add her because it just shows that she's there somewhere sitting. Anyway, so to stand 10 toes down on how you want to be seen for yourself. To stand 10 toes down in the light that you already painted for yourself. Because we did this already. We already have this image in our head and that the world already sees us. Now we have to walk in that image. And we have to remove that what was holding us back. We have to release that stuff that we allowed ourselves to get wrapped up into because life can be a maze if you allow it to.
Absolutely. That goes
Now,
back to what we always say though. Perception is key.
perception is key. And I said this, I've been saying this, and I don't know how many times I can say this and how many ways I can say this, but you cannot change your life, but you can change how you see your life and watch your life change.
Hmm.
And people got to realize that you control this, you create this, you are God of self.
Hmm.
And if you don't see that you're God of self, then that's okay. It's not my place to tell you at the end of the day. I just want you to know who else controls you if you don't control you.
Right. Right.
I don't care how we look at it. And I love the fact that the new world is coming and that the change is so positive. I feel the shift in such a positive light. I feel it and it's the best feeling in the world. It's so rewarding feeling.
Definitely a shift. A lot of us are reaching our point, our turning point in lives. There we go. Wow.
Yeah.
Taking
I
all the shit back in the past and learn all these lessons and constantly asking, well, what's going on? Why is this going on? I'm not understanding. Finally get to the point where everything's starting to click and go, mm.
You know what I learned too in this whole time right now that I've been growing through? I learned that I had to unpack boxes that I put away in like a filing cabinet. I put these big old boxes in this filing cabinet, shoved them, hid them, and now I have to pull them out to make room for new boxes. I gotta unpack some shit. I gotta heal from some shit that I allowed throughout my life to happen to me so that I can get ready for my new adventures.
Exactly. Exactly.
So I'm honored and I'm grateful. What is one thing that you had done that is a big empowerment movement for you besides getting married? What have you done as a woman for you?
I mean, well, right. Over here making me think now. Um, I don't know. As a woman, I'm a mom. That's like my biggest thing for me. I feel like over anything, being a mother is my like my the thing that I'm most proud of, most definitely. Um, I love being a mom to my kids. I love being able to give them things that I haven't in life, and um just gaining more of a perception on the parental end of things, because obviously until you become the parent you're always the child. So growing up and having my own kids and being able to take things from my upbringing and either utilizing those or um pretty much disbanding generational curses. Like it's either or with that, using my upbringing to help me raise them.
Okay, I can receive that. As I got older, I realized though, because my children got older. So as my children got older, I got older. I realized that I never was me though. I lost the fact of who I was along the journey of being a mom. I didn't have that opportunity to be a wife. So I was always a mom, and then I became a nanny. So then I lost the fact of that, hey, now it's my turn to be for me. So I never had the opportunity of doing the wife thing either. Now in half my life per what they say. I don't feel that what they say is real, but per what they say, I'm in half of my life. So like at that transition stage, now it's time for me to start living for me
Hmm.
and start putting me first because I've always took care of people since I was 16. I never had an opportunity of taking care of me.
Right.
I lost me along the journey of being a mom. I lost me along the journey of being a caregiver. And I'm not mad at that because that gave me so much purpose, so much love, so much gratification.
Right.
You gotta put you above your kids though at the end of the day. I've seen a lot of people as I got older, including my aunts and stuff that were like secret alcoholics and stuff like that. They hid it from their kids and they hid it from their family in coffee cups and stuff. You know what I'm saying? And because they were miserable because all they knew was being a mom and a wife. They didn't have a chance of being them.
Right. Right. I definitely feel that it could definitely come to that if you don't have the proper support system. Luckily, I'm in a relationship now where I feel like I'm being heard. So if I ever feel like I'm losing myself within my everyday life or within being a wife or within being a mom, like I can actually come to my partner and say something to him and we can make the necessary changes so I don't feel that way. Because that it's so easy to get into that mode, especially like after having a baby. Postpartum come and snatch your ass up real quick and have you sitting there thinking that everything is just blah. So you don't even want to do the regular hobbies that you have or the things that do make you happy, but they are you things that make you an individual. Like you lose yourself within all of that. I
Hmm.
Yeah, thanks, babe.
That's agreeing so completely because we tend to forget about us. Like we will go without so that everybody else has something. We tend to forget, hey, we need this too.
Yeah. I
And
get
that's what,
cussed out because I forget about myself.
yeah, and it's love. The thing is, what we
Yeah.
forget more than anything is to love ourselves.
And it's so needed. That support system is so needed. We
And
all need
I'm
somebody to remind us to,
yeah,
like, fuck with you like you fuck with me. Don't stop doing
yeah.
yourself like that.
And I'm glad you're younger at this too, because see, if I had that maybe that stable of a family like that, I would have went differently in life. But since I did it alone and I struggled alone, I didn't know how to receive it from someone else. So I became a runner of running from things. So when things were uncomfortable and I didn't see a future in it anymore, I got on. And you're supposed to, then again, you're also supposed to allow certain things, not compromise, not, bend rules or nothing, but you have to be able to work through stuff within self. So I was
That's
able
that's
to
part
learn
of
that.
growth.
Say what, honey?
I said that's definitely a part of growth.
Yeah.
You
Well, you
got
didn't. If you don't see it though, you don't know it.
exactly.
So people got to break away from those generational curses.
Yeah, you gotta learn how to heal. Let that shit go, man. That's the first step to getting where you want to be in life. You want to grow, you want to elevate. Let that shit go. Heal from
Yeah.
shit you don't talk about. Like you said, open up
Yeah.
boxes that you like Katana said last time. She has a box that she keeps closed.
Yeah.
And sometimes it opens. You gotta be able to open that motherfucker, let it be open and handle what's in there.
Mhm.
And
And
go ahead and move forward once you learn the lesson behind what happened.
I
Or
want to
just
put
simply heal.
I want to shoot out some love real quick for her, cause she's not able to come with us today, and so I just want to say that we're with her. We're
Most def-
definitely with her.
most def-
Um, so I come to realize so much stuff, and I appreciate the fact that you're younger at this too. And you have that stability finally, and that love, that proper love. I've seen you grow and change and blossom, and it's new to you. You're willing to accept it. You have to remove yourself from agreements of others, and that's what you learn to do. You learn to stop hearing what your mom said, your grandma said, your whoever said to you, and stop taking those things and thinking they were yours, and stop believing in their beliefs, and start finding your own true, authentic self of who you are, and painting your own image for self.
exactly. Definitely. You gotta I mean, it comes down to really being your own person and really thinking for self. Like reflect on yourself because just because it happened to them and that was their solution to the problem, it doesn't necessarily mean that that is your solution because you are not them. You are a totally different person and you are dealing with a whole different person or whatever the situation may be. It's a totally different situation even though it may be the same base of a situation.
Yeah, I agree completely. Um, Another thing is I learned that I had to. I'm gonna say this roughly, and you know how I speak, so you're gonna take it with discernment. But I'm gonna be so authentic with this and be rough with it. I had to kill me. I had to kill all my beliefs of what I thought who I was to find out truly who I was within self.
Yeah, and I completely understand that. A lot of people don't realize a piece of you has to die. Like you definitely don't end up the same person. Ella apparently is a different person every time
She's
we come.
feeling this. I ain't mad at her.
She not even she's not even in the conversation. She over there having her own fun. And
She
her
said, I know about
yeah.
that.
Every
I ain't
show
mad.
she gotta make an appearance.
Everybody say that though. She say
I
that.
ain't mad at
So yeah,
her.
you gotta definitely rebirth yourself. That way Mark don't say nothing. Cause you know Facebook be on bullshit.
Yeah, yeah, that's true too. You don't unalive yourself. You have to rebirth
Exactly.
who you are.
Exactly. You gotta rebirth that person. You have to become a totally different you.
I'm a rebel without a cause, and you guys been to jail a lot of times. So hey, I'm gonna listen to you all. I've been banded and shadow banned, and
Shoot,
Uh,
I ain't been to jail. I've been to FBJ twice.
I've never been. I just been shadow banned.
That's crazy.
I've been doing good.
I'm
I,
proud of you finally.
I'm so proud of me, man.
Man.
I'm so proud of me. That's because I ain't been going off on nobody
That's
yet.
because you rebirth yourself,
Yeah.
love.
Look at they said in the comments. They said rebirth and be reborn. Yes, facts, facts. That's exactly what it's about. It's about a piece of you finding you. You can love your mom and you can love the traditions that they put out for you. You can love the that that groundwork that they put instill into you if you want to hold on to that. I personally said fuck all that and removed everything of that, and I am not living in that light at all. I had to break that whole generation of curse to become who I needed to be for me, which is nothing like them. And that was a
Because
choice
you
of
are
self.
you.
Yeah, but some people want to hold on to that. They want to pass that on, and that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm not judging you on that. Maybe you had this great, stable foundation that you can pass on to your children. And but please, at the end of the day, this is what I want importance to know. I want you to tell your daughters they are beautiful and they're worthy. And that no matter what anybody says, do not give themselves away to them because it's not worth it.
Hmm.
Always hold on to self.
She's
Crystal, my
back.
love, you back.
I hope I'm back for good.
All right, we can hear her too. Okay.
I can't add you on Facebook. I don't know how to send it to Facebook because I'm using StreamYard, so I don't know how to just go to Facebook Live. At the end of the day, though, mirroring self, what do you hear what do you think when you hear that?
Mirroring self. I see a lot of love and compassion and commitment and strength and willing to always put self first, because if you're running on an empty cup, it's not worth it.
Facts,
Because
facts,
if you have nothing to give, how good are you to anybody,
facts,
even
facts,
yourself?
facts, facts. That's a whole mouthful. That is so true, so true. So, did you like, cause you've been that mother and that wife and stuff. Did you lose you along the way?
Oh, for sure. Yes.
You-
I invested so much, and when the situation was at its end, I thought I ended.
mm, mm,
I literally I literally one day had to I put down a towel one day. I was listening to a church song, and I literally put down the towel, laid face down on the floor, and when I tell you I cried so freaking hard and prayed so hard, and when I was done, it was like, do you know who you are? You are a mother of 6 kids,
That was that rebirth.
6 different personalities. You have been a bus driver at that time. I'm gonna say what? I'm going into like what, 16 years, 15 years. You take on so many people's problems and energies and all that other stuff. And when people are breaking down, you are the first person that somebody will call. And they don't see that on the outside. But through that divorce, I literally had to find myself and pull myself out of the pits of hell.
that you put yourself into. I can receive that.
And of
Like
course,
that.
it will start.
She was doing so good too. I ain't mad though. But
I'm
we got
glad she got the story out.
I know, and I'm glad people got to hear how amazing she is.
This is the most she can talk, been able to talk the whole
I
time.
know, and she's so empowering. I told her, I said, you gotta go somewhere. I ain't playing with you because I will. She's like, I will, I will. It's not even her fault though. She got full bars and stuff. It's just StreamYard ain't liking her. She's got too much to say, too powerful.
I don't know. Mess is crazy.
You back with us? No.
Look, we got motion.
I can't hear you. Anyways, so yeah, let's see. She'll be able to come back, but it's about
And then it just left me and
Oh,
Crystal. Oh,
that's what it
Lord.
is.
All the technical difficulties, Lord. We
Can
gotta
y'all
wait
hear
for him to come back. I can hear you. It's coming back slowly.
me? Wow.
my bad. I was hitting trying to see if she could come back through. She came back in, and I hit post, and it took me to back to the old videos. I was like, wait a minute,
This
where
is
was I?
crazy.
That's wild. Yeah.
So what were you saying, Crystal? To find yourself again after all that, how easy was that for you?
I was I said that I literally had to pull myself up.
No, girl, every other word is coming out.
Man.
And felt like Phoenix Rising.
Listen, listen, I know what you're going to say. I feel what you're saying, but we can't hear what you're saying. You feel like the phoenix bird rising from the ground. I hear what you're trying to say, but we can't hear it. I just happen to know what words you're using.
That's all right. That's all right.
But no, I get it though. For real, for real. I feel like that too. That's why I represent that. I don't know if that's why I'm so drawn to Pontiac or whatnot. I feel like that Phoenix too though. I can receive what she's saying because like I said, I'm about to be 50. And it took me all that time to realize that I'm not what I thought I was. I put a real terrible image of myself out here, and it's not because I was bad to people or I was doing bad things because I hadn't been. It was because I didn't love me correctly enough to put a different kind of image for myself to see myself in. It's not even about what others saw of me, it's what I saw of myself. I didn't see myself in that image.
Oh, we done lost her completely.
So I was out here walking around in an image that I didn't know where it was or who it was. And then someone brought it to my attention one day. And I appreciate this person completely because they're helping me so much to unpack things and to heal and just find out things that I never thought about within self. And they said to me, tell me your story. So I'm sitting there telling them my life story. And I've never been this transparent with anybody. I've never been this vulnerable with anybody. So they know every single thing about me, and I'm unpacking things and just telling them everything, and they said, you're not a wife. And I was like, what you mean? They said, you're not. It's not about your mindset. It's about what a real husband would look at you as, and you don't have that. And I was like, man, that hurt me because my whole life I've always wanted to be a wife. So I was like, man, that hit me hard. And then I realized they were telling the truth though, because I wasn't. I don't have nothing showing, hey, you can trust me. That'd be like going to the bank and saying, let me borrow some money, but my credit score is terrible. I can't walk up to a good man and be like, hey, I want to be your wife, even though I don't show that within self, even though my history doesn't show that. You just got to trust me. People are like, get out of here.
No, that's real. That's realistic. That's real.
So I had to realize that, man, I wasn't making good choices for myself out throughout my whole life, and I took that differently, and then I saw it, and I reflected on that, and I was like, thank you for saying that to me because that gave me a whole perspective of how I seen things. Because you're right, You're so right. I could tell people to trust me all day long, but if people don't see my actions, they don't see what ground I'm walking on, why would they want to trust me?
Yeah, that's legit.
So yeah, no, I received that in such a positive way, and I love that I was able to do that with myself for that person and myself. And I didn't feel attacked or anything. For a second I did, and then I took it back and I was like, no, I gotta rethink this. I gotta rethink this, how I see this. The problem isn't that person, the problem was me. I was afraid of who I truly was. I was afraid of the image that I had out there because I couldn't undo it. But I can though. That's the thing. Once I realized who I was in that light that I put out there, that's time for me to change it now.
Right. Perception is key, most definitely. Because if you didn't have the mindset that you do, then like you said, that hurt your feelings initially.
It did.
But you really had to take some time to think about it. Think about what was being said.
It didn't take me long. It was 5 minutes, but at the end of the day, it's still. For a second, I felt like, hold up,
Yeah.
don't make me call my people.
Okay.
And then I stopped and I thought, and I was like, wait a minute, my bad, you're right. And that's what people do. They don't realize that everybody. And then once I learned this, that I was a better person because I learned this. Once I stopped seeing things as being a personal attack, I walked around in life thinking that I was being attacked all the time by people's comments and
Yeah.
what people thought of me. And I had to realize I'm not being attacked. If I'm taking it personal, then the problem lies with myself. Because nobody has to stop and tell you what you're doing wrong. If someone stops and tells you what you're doing wrong, then you better value that within them.
Yeah. It depends.
How they approach and what they're saying, it all
Yeah.
depends for sure. But
Yeah.
if they're coming with discernment and they're coming from an outside view, they're seeing you.
Yeah.
They're not going off what you hear, what they're hearing. They're not going with other people are saying or doing. They're seeing you.
Yeah.
That's the that's the image you're letting them paint because that's the image you're portraying.
Yep. And I was just about to say that's exactly what you are painting the picture of who you are.
Exactly. So I can't be mad at them. I hold the paintbrush. So why am I mad at them? Because that's what I told them. I showed them.
Yeah, it's definitely hard to definitely. If you feel attacked, of course, initially you're going to attack. That's regular human nature, but we got to take time to breathe and think about stuff nowadays.
Facts. Can you see the comments? I don't know who's saying this. Can you see the comments at the bottom? It'll say
Yeah.
who's saying that. Jane Nale.
That's one of my friends, my sister,
We're friends
Sister
too.
Vanessa.
We're friends too.
Really?
Uh huh.
Huh.
But what's it say?
She said it's hard to realize if you feel attacked, the problem is you. Ex-
Yeah, exactly. And that's what I was saying too. That's exactly true too. Because the problem is you if you feel attacked. Because like I don't have like this instruction of who I am and a warning label or nothing. So these people
Right.
don't know me. This is the first time they're meeting me. So like they don't know nothing about me. They don't know my heart is pure and they don't know, I'm really a beautiful person.
Right.
I'm just showing them who I am. So they're just going off of that. And I I told them my whole life. Nobody knows my whole life. I told them my whole life, so I gave them all the tools to draw this picture of me. So how dare I feel attacked on that?
Right.
So I was like, man, that's some real. authentic shit that he said to me, and I was like, I received that in such a positive manner, and I appreciate you, and I value. I don't want you to go nowhere because you allowed me to be authentically, and you still saw me through all that as a beautiful person. Cause
And didn't
I was a
didn't
hot
mean
mess.
no harm. That was definitely a lesson.
Mhm. For sure. For sure. And I'm telling you the truth. I was a hot mess. And I'm a hot mess out here. And I don't even mean like you don't know me being with people and stuff because I don't show that and I don't go around just being with anybody. So I don't mean like that. I just mean I did not love me correctly at all.
Exactly. Yeah.
At all. Crystal, are you back with us, baby girl? Baby, 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 baby. Nope. Well, you know the best thing about Crystal, she's beautiful. I say this all the time. I'd rather have her face stilled than not at all. Anyway, so
Crazy that this is just working so hard against her like this.
it is too, and it's crazy because it's only her.
It's like no matter what she do, she could leave, go to different places, have all the bars in the world.
She's using someone else's Wi-Fi.
Man,
She's trying, and I ain't mad at her. I'm gonna keep on trying with her too, because one day it's gonna be like, all right, fine, you won't
right.
stop. Here she is. That's what I'm hoping.
Persistence is key.
Yeah.
I was
So anyways, like what image do you want to still in for your daughters? What message do you want to leave on to them that wasn't left to you, that your parents didn't leave to you, that your mom never told you?
um hmm. I'll say the lesson for my girls is always gonna be the main lesson is always gonna be love yourself. You gotta put yourself first. You gotta love you. You gotta take care of you. Once you learn how to love you, then you can love somebody else.
That's true too. That's true too. And I learned that too. Like I instill a lot in my grandsons. I can't wait till I have little girls that I can still stuff into. But I instill a lot into my grandson, and I tell my grandson, you got to worry about you. Don't expect someone to do something because they're supposed to, because that don't mean they're going to.
Right.
Just because they're supposed to doesn't mean they're going to. So you got to be cautious of you, because at the end of the day, you control you, and that's
Exactly.
it.
And that's all you can control.
Yeah. So if I had a little girl though, I would do so much different. Like I did raise someone's daughter when she was younger, and I let her know how beautiful and sacred she is, and how she's worth it, and don't sell herself short and stuff like that. I instilled that into her because it wasn't instilled into me. I didn't know that I was sacred. I didn't know that my body was my temple and that not to give it away. I didn't know that I was beautiful without spreading my legs throughout my life when I was younger. I didn't know that. I didn't know how important it was to properly take care of yourself and show a different image of yourself out here to the world. I didn't realize none of that. I didn't know that as I was younger, because no one ever stopped and talked to me and told me that. My mom let me know that it was okay and that I was only good for one thing. And that's a sad thing to tell your daughter. And then my dad told me that I gotta put up with things as a woman and stuff like that from my men and stuff. So I didn't have that proper parenting of that's your body and it's sacred and don't give it to nobody. And men will try to say anything to get something from you, and you make sure that it's you gotta have. I don't have this bar, so I appreciate you guys' family dynamic that you have right now, because the husband sets a real standard for your daughters, and they gotta match that standard, and they cannot get anything beneath that. My dad didn't set no high standard for me. He was like a crack in the sidewalk.
Yeah, I can most definitely relate.
So I didn't realize that I was out here being bad to me. I didn't realize that I was out here not treating me fairly and respectfully. So like I will never change anything in my life whatsoever, cuz I love the outcome of today, of who I am. If I could do everything all over again, I would love me more early on.
Yeah, I say same, most definitely. Like younger me definitely deserved so much more love than what I gave her.
Yeah,
I feel like I went through a lot as younger me that I put myself through that I didn't have to go through.
facts.
I wish there was a such thing as a time machine.
I don't want to change nothing though. I don't have no regrets. I don't want to no do-overs because I love who I am. I love the outcome today. I just would like to be able to, if I could start all over on a clean slate and know that I was important. Like, make sure your daughters know they're important. Make sure they know their value and their worth. Make sure as a mom, as a woman, that you instill that into them because that is your job. Let them know how sacred they are and how beautiful they are, and there's nothing wrong with them. There's absolutely nothing wrong with them. The society and this world that we live in will put agreements upon them and label them in this certain category because they don't fit this certain image that society wants you to fit into. Doesn't mean there's anything wrong with you.
Yeah, that's why I said that's my lesson to my girls. That'll be the biggest lesson that I continue to preach. Like with Ella right now, as young as she is, when we go in the bathroom, whenever we pass the mirror, we gotta look at the mirror, and I ask her, I say, "Who is that pretty girl in the mirror?" And then she starts smiling real big, and then I tell her to say, "Hi, pretty," and I have her wave to herself, and she do the whole rigmarole in the mirror. And that's that. Like that's our regular routine though. We start affirmations early. I did
Yeah,
the
yeah.
same thing with Serenity when she was younger.
No, listen, best friend, she don't have no problem. I'm telling you, best friend knows she is amazing.
I told look, start early.
Best friend that has no problem with that. She thinks she's amazing. She knows she is. So
Okay.
I ain't mad at best friend. I got so many videos. Best friend, she had a whole concert.
Gave you a whole concert with the dance and all.
Like nobody's around. She did because in her head nobody was around. It didn't matter.
Yeah. And
So
you her best friend, so she was comfortable.
yeah, yeah, yeah. She did the twirl and everything in her nightgown. She was all ready to show out. But yeah, so I love that though, cause like when I was younger, I was made fun of for a lot of reasons. One, I talked a lot. I was taller than everybody else. I had broad shoulders, so said I looked like a linebacker. I was bigger. I seen doubles and triples of things, so I was always running into the walls and stuff until I had surgery. Um, I was always just mocked when I was younger, and it might have been out of fun. It might have been out of some just pure fun and not realizing that it affected me emotionally. But the words you say to your kids, though, people have to realize this, and they don't have to realize this at the end of the day because you're just raising fucked up individuals because you're a fucked up individual at the end of the day. That's all it is. But those
Mhm.
things that you instill into your children, they make a stamp on them. They put a mark on their mind, and they can't undo that.
And it's hard to heal from something that you don't identify as wrong because of your upbringing.
Facts, facts. I feel bad for a lot of little girls out there when their moms aren't healed and they're portraying that upon their children. They're passing that upon their children. If you want to be a mom, heal yourself first. If you want to be in a relationship, heal yourself first. If you want to go out in this public, please heal yourself first because people out here, some of us are healed and we don't want to put up with that. We don't need to put up with that.
Okay. We don't have to.
We don't have to. So if you want to still be here, I suggest that you take care of you.
Okay. Reflect reflect on yourself.
I'm just saying. If not, do that shadow work and heal because at the end of the day, hurt people, damage people, try to damage people, and you want to break that generational curse. You don't want to pass that on.
Hmm.
You don't like you. You don't like how you feel. Why would you want to pass that on to your kids? I can't wrap my head around some people out here having these babies and not taking that time out for yourself to realize that you're fucked up and you're putting fucked up messages into your kids. They're about to be fucked up too, but they don't see that.
Man, man. Like you said, fucked up individuals making fucked up individuals.
And they are, and that's sad. And
Unless
and
they have a influence in their lives, it literally happens just like that. They make carbon copies.
my stepmom saved me. I swear she did. She tried killing me, and it wasn't that didn't save me. Her trying to kill me, like I'm sure she probably could have done it maybe a different way, but me being hard headed when I was younger, probably I had to have that. So like just to take that time out of her day to say, hey, I don't have to put my hands on you, but I'm willing to because I care about you. And she's a Scorpio too, so I was just like, that's my stepmom, and I was like, man, I had so much respect for her and fear at the same time.
Yeah, it happens just like that.
So I knew better. I knew that I had to walk in a different light because I was being judged by someone who cared and they didn't have to. They had no ties to me,
Hmm.
and they were just like, do better for you because how you're acting is not cool.
Oh, she got quiet.
Ella. Listen, on a whole different note, yesterday on the music review that you guys did on
Hmm.
Saturday nights, little Ella, she needs a drum set. I'm just saying this right now because she wants to be on stuff. So I'm over there. She was waving, and I'm over here waving to her, talking to through the screen. Her not hearing me, not knowing that I don't know what I was thinking. But I'm like, "Hey, baby, I see you waving," and I'm over here having a whole conversation with her.
That's wild. Like she was on FaceTime or something.
I caught myself. I was like, "Shit, she can't hear me."
That's hilarious. It's all right. That's how she do. It don't matter. She love. Oh man, she love the screen. As soon as I get on the phone, as soon as she get wind that I'm on the phone.
Because last night she was like this in the screen, and she was just waving to herself, and she was waving to everybody, and I was like, "Oh, she sees me." Oh, it was funny. I caught myself though. I was like, "Wait, are you doing?" But yeah, no, I just want to push that message out today. I don't want to keep this a long one. I just want to share some love and let people know it's okay to not be okay, but get okay.
Most definitely. Self reflect. Self reflection is gonna be your best help.
Yep. You mirror yourself. That's important. How do you see yourself? How do you want yourself to be seen by others? How do you want to leave that legacy on to the next generation? Because I tell my grandson all the time, I'm gonna live in your heart forever.
Please.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. You okay?
Yes. The
Okay.
No, I'm not.
Oh, the husband's not.
oh man, I'm not gonna put Ella business out there. I'm gonna call you.
You don't have to. I already know.
oh man, that's
Grandson's terrible.
hilarious. Mm.
But
Yeah, love yourself.
love yourself for sure. Yeah, and be proud of who you are as a woman, as a part of the core of the universe, as the whole thing that it all started everything from. We are it. We are it. A man is amazing in so many aspects. But a man can be as amazing as the queen around him allows him to be. You know what I mean? That she feeds into him and shows him that he is. He's gonna be amazing regardless. When he gets that right queen in his corner, though,
Hmm.
he
It just
shines
takes
so
it up a
bright.
whole notch.
A
You get
whole different
all the way up there.
level.
Okay.
a whole different level, a whole different level. And you matter to this world. This universe would not be nothing without you as a woman, as a woman, as a queen, as a goddess, as somebody that you have to walk in the light of, strong and powerful.
Absolutely.
Self love is the answer. It really is. I tell my
Yes.
grandson that's his purpose in life. His purpose in life is to pass on self love throughout this world. That's important to love yourself correctly. It is.
Yep. And it's important to start them young. You got kids, start them young.
For real, for real. Start them real young. Let them know how amazing you are. They are for real. Because
Hmm.
that child, that shadow work that you got to do as an adult is heavy because you carry that wound. When we can save our inner child while they're still children.
Hmm.
So I appreciate everybody tuning in, but get on your business. It's time now. Get on your business. Do that shadow work. Love yourself. Walk in that light you want to be seen in because this time is now. The time is now. It's better to do it now than never. So do it now.
Absolutely. Don't wait. What the commercial say, babe? You find yourself sitting on the couch and your life is just passing you by. No, maybe I'll do it tomorrow. I'll do it next week. No, do it right now.
That's right.
If you know, you know.
And if you don't, if you don't, you won't. So at the end of the day,
Okay.
it's your problem. All right. Well, may everybody's night be full of positive energy and high vibrations. And thank you for tuning in for Support Sister Sunday. We're more than welcome and happy to see you next Sunday. If you're going to join us, let us know. You can come on the panel with us. As long as it's positive love and standing on what you believe in and showing an example, because you got to be the difference to make the difference.
Yep. It starts with self.
It sure does. So, Ashe, everyone.